Good morning. How many times have you had the situation where you are helping somebody or saying something and it's fairly innocent and maybe you're not even saying anything too outrageous and somebody has a really strong reaction to it and you're going, what did I do wrong? And they're blaming you and they think it's all about you. Maybe you think it's about you too. This actually happened to me just an hour or so ago where somebody had a really strong reaction that had nothing to do with me. And because I realized it had nothing to do with me, I was able to engage them with where they were at. And this is an extremely helpful tip for communication and for engagement with people in relationships. But a lot of people are able to practice it very well. And this is the key. And I'm going to say this blatantly. This is extremely strong information if you know what to do with it, okay? When somebody is reacting, it has almost nothing to do with you. It has to do with them and where their headspace is at, their past experiences, what's going on for them. Now, of course, if we know something annoys somebody and we're poking them over and over and over again, of course that has something to do with us too, okay? But here's what I'm basically presenting. By what you say or do, you are not making somebody angry. You are not making somebody hurt. It's not the way it works. The way it works is that somebody feels angry, somebody feels hurt based on, again, their own past experiences, their belief systems, everything that's going on in their lives. Again, a dog could have bit them just a second ago, or somebody could have bullied them just a few minutes ago. You don't know what's going on in somebody's past. And when we go into a relationship and we assume that we're the ones that are doing everything wrong, then the focus is on who? Focuses on us. So I go in and I have a conversation with, I don't know, my wife or my kids or a business partner or a client or customer, and I'm talking to them and they have this really strong reaction. If I then react to that and I go, oh, what am I doing wrong? Then what happens? It escalates. Can you see how this happens? You should be thinking about situations in your own life right now. Instead, if I go, oh, they're reacting to something, I wonder what that is. If that is our response rather than a reaction, our response. Now we can engage with somebody and ask them, hey, what's going on? I said something and I wasn't trying to be rude or anything, and there was a strong reaction. Help me understand what's going on. That phrase, help me understand, is extremely powerful. When you use that in conversation with people, and again, it could be client, customer, whoever it is, when you use that verbiage, that sentence with people, what will happen is people will realize, oh, this person's in my court. They're trying to help me. I need to understand this myself, and they'll go in and explore that almost all the time, okay? Some people won't, but most people will. It's kind of a magical phrase, kind of a golden phrase that you can use. Now, when you are focusing on somebody else, when you're not focusing on yourself, when you're focusing on somebody else, now you're able to meet their needs where they're at. They feel heard, they feel understood. How many times have you felt heard or understood in your life? There have been very few times I've experienced this in my life because most people don't try to understand me. Most people don't try to listen to me. That's the way our culture runs. We're always trying to interrupt each other and say our own piece. Well, I think this, and give our own opinions. Social media is terrible for this, right? But when we truly engage with somebody, it's fantastic and has a lot of long-term benefits. Now, here's another note to put in here. And that is, in order to focus on somebody else, I need to take care of my own stuff on some level. Which means that if I've got baggage, if I've got emotional stuff that I'm reacting to strongly, memories, whatever it is, then I need to take care of those. Now, you can take care of these with a therapist. You can take care of these with a coach. You can take care of these with a really good friend if they're a really good listener and they challenge you. But find somebody. Mentors are fantastic for this. I've actually used all of these strategies, my own journal at times, to work through stuff. And I've got some activities that I've given to people at other times. All I want you to do for this morning, what I want you to focus on, is go through your day and simply pay attention. I want you to notice this 3 times today as you go through your day. Notice 3 times where somebody reacts to something, and ask yourself this question: what do I think that was really about? It wasn't about the teller. It wasn't about the gas attendant. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about the dog. What was that truly about? When I do this with my children, I do this constantly with my children. Hey, what's actually going on here? They'll often say, and they're used to answering this question from me, they'll often say things like, Daddy, I'm feeling frustrated because this person was mean to me today. I go, okay, well, that makes sense that you're reacting right now. because that emotional stuff is still there. And when they're able to do that, they're able to figure out themselves. We're able to meet and engage really quickly. They feel helped and understood, and the hurt starts to dissipate very quickly. It's amazing what this does. Try this with an angry client or customer, and it will be outstanding, the results you have with them. All of a sudden, they'll maybe potentially become somebody who's your strongest client or customer. I've had this often where over the last 25 years, whether I'm working at McDonald's, where one of my first part-time jobs, or in my own business, where somebody is kind of frustrated, we talk about it, they feel understood, and they actually become one of my greatest advocates. Try this out. Find 3 situations today where you see somebody's reaction and you are simply practicing curiosity. It's not about you, it's about them. Focus on somebody else, and your results will be far better in business, life, and relationships. You've got this. Enjoy the day.